can't get my chair comfortable. Do I have this too loud on my headphones? Seems louder than normal. I don't know. You know what? I grabbed my Joy-Con grip because I'm like, why have I been playing with just the Joy-Cons? No, I think actually I don't want anything grip. I want to do just the Joy-Cons. So I did everything. Like just about everything that isn't the main story that is available to me right now. I did it all. I bought everything. I got all the chests, which are not worth it. Don't do that. Don't grab all the chests. I did it because I was bored. They only ever have like 200 florins in them. It's not worth it. Also, I don't know if this was here in the PlayStation version that I played. The PlayStation 3 Ezio collection. It's the Auditore family crypt. So I wanted to save this for now, just in case there was something cool in here that I've never seen before. Ooh, it loaded quickly. The Auditore family crypt. Just, you know, just in case you didn't believe me that this is the Auditore family crypt. It is indeed. I was raised in a small house by the Venetian lagoon, within the sight of the rough foam-capped waves of the sea. When I was barely old enough to walk, I became a sailor, navigating the Atlantic first as an apprentice, and then while carrying cargo for my father's patron, Monsieur Marco Polo. It was a good life. Do we gotta go up and over? Is that how Oh, wait. Oh, I came from there. Okay. So didn't I just come from there? Oh, they want me to run up a wall and then jump. I like doing that. But yeah, I did, like, basically everything. I did all the assassination contracts too. All the races, the courier missions. One day, while ashore in the harbor looking for work, I fell in love. She was barely 20, but when I looked into her eyes, the whole world was reflected back, clearer and brighter than the sun. After that, I still went to sea, but my heart remained on land with the girl who had become my wife and our young son. I wouldn't make an Edward Kenway joke, but he's not born yet. Edward can't exist yet. What does this lever do? Is it a timed thing? I think these are usually timed things. Oh, but showing me a gateway over there? Yeah, this is timed. I'm gonna read this and then pull the lever again. One afternoon that summer, Messer Polo called me into his study. My father was already there, beside an old man, dressed in a strange hooded cape, watching us. You're just gonna keep making noise over there? You rattly lever? At that moment, everything about my life changed. My father told me... Oh, it stopped. Oh, good. My father told me that he was an assassin. Removing his ring, he showed me a strange marking on his finger, explaining that our family came from an ancient order that protected and defended mankind. He paused, and then, when I didn't speak, Messer Polo stepped forward. He told me that the stranger in the hood would teach me, and in return I would carry him across the Mediterranean to Spain. And so began my apprenticeship with Dante Alighieri, one that was to destroy every bit of happiness I would ever have. No. I guess he was a Templar then? He didn't... I mean, I guess not everyone who doesn't enjoy being an assassin is automatically a Templar, but... I don't know. Let me pull this again. If I can press the correct button. Yeah, I don't think I've done this before. This feels new. I think I would remember if there was another part of the game that required me to go through a gate on a time limit. What? Ezio? The path ahead was clear, and you decided to not take it. But yeah, so that one assassination contract I mentioned where I'm like, man, I never want to do that one again, with the one with all the brutes and you have to kill them within a time limit. I did that one. And it was easy. I don't remember how I did it before, but I did it in one try this time by using a smoke bomb. Not even two, because there's two groups of brutes. I used one smoke bomb, and then the second group walked in the smoke bomb while it was still a smoky cloud. So I only expended one smoke bomb, killing 10 brutes. It's kind of hilarious. And I don't remember if I used smoke bombs before, but absolutely smoke bombs are the way to do that. In preparation for a voyage, Mr. Alighieri met with me repeatedly. At first, our meetings were about purchasing supplies, but soon they became about higher things, about life, love, honor, and justice. He taught me that society was set up in such a way as to control its members, to stop us from thinking, from seeing. Soon, I could look past all the laws and illusions. I understood that mankind was being used by its rulers, that we, the people, deserved freedom. It was then that Dante began showing me pages from a book that Messer Polo had brought back from the palace of the great Genghis Khan. The manuscript, the Codex, was about our order, the assassins. Man, I swear, they do these things a lot in games where there's like a story told on several different stone tablets. Is that a real thing? Has there ever been anywhere that has had like a story told on several stone tablets strewn about along walls on a path or something? I mean, I would assume so, because, you know, stone tablets it's writing, and writing is how we know history. So I would assume that there would be plenty of stone tablets from before paper existed. But I don't know, it feels very video gamey to just have this hallway or any kind of, you know, in this case, a crypt with a bunch of stone tablets that are telling a story tablet by tablet. Yeah, if I didn't do this before in the Ezio trilogy, then this has got to be something they added for the HD version. And I'm not really sure how I feel about... Can I get over there? About one of the previous... I assume this is supposed to be a previous auditory person. Person in the auditory family from a previous generation having met Marco Polo. Because in Revelations, there are, I believe it's Marco Polo's, like, journals you can find as Ezio. Okay, where is the... Oh, wait, was it back? It's over there. I got distracted by the tablet and I forgot to pull the lever. But what I have decided from... Is that really it? It's just this gate? Supposed to press fast swim, but I dove instead. I missed. Yeah, so that one with the that one assassination contract with all the brutes, no problem. But I've decided that Tuscany is the worst location in this game. Like, I'm sure Tuscany is great in real life, but in this game, it kind of sucks. You know, it's a small town, which is not inherently bad. Time for the pan and cutscene to show me the path I'm supposed to take to this gate. But the problem with it is that because it's small, they made it tall. And like I was saying last time, they made those buildings just a pain in the butt to climb for, like, no good reason. Okay, and then I gotta go up here and then cross. I can do that. No, no, Ezio! Whoa! I might as well pull the lever again. Restart. Yeah, so Tuscany's got those towers, and it's a small town, and unlike the Villa, actually no, very similar to Monteriggioni here, they have all those fields. So there's also just a lot of stuff that's, you know, at least speaking in terms of the treasure chests. Ah, here we go. No, Ezio, why did you jump onto the solid ground? Oh, we still got time. We're gonna make it. Unless that was not the only gate I have to pass. Okay, there's another tablet, so I assume... Yeah, we're good. We should be good. Now I'm just checking for chests. So it keeps alternating. I really don't blame them for changing the control scheme to, you know, just have every interact option be on A, instead of having, like, speak or look at something being X, and then pulling a lever on A, because, you know, face button, hand button, basically. Because I'm totally having that problem here. Our planned voyage never took place. While returning to Ravenna to pick up the remainder of his belongings, Dante died. Dismayed at the loss of my mentor, I went to inform my father and Messer Polo of the sad news. Before I could ever even speak, I was ushered into the study, and my father, his face white, locked the door behind me. Shocked, I listened in silence as he spoke. Dante intended to take the Codex to Spain where it would be safe. But he was being watched. The enemy of the assassins, the Knights Templar, still existed. I recalled the stories he had told me of the Templars, and it all became clear. I just noticed the one of two up in the corner. Dante had been murdered. The Templars knew about the Codex, and they knew about us. Shaking, my father told me to take the Codex and leave for Spain at once, with my wife and child. I hope none of the previous ones had a 1 of 2, because it's not even A to advance it, it's the thumbstick, which I don't think I did. Excuse me, I just said a burp. As Messer Polo ushered me out the door, he handed me a small piece of paper with a number on it. With this number, I could draw on his credit. More ducats than I had ever seen in my life. At any bank in Italy, he's gonna have buckets of ducats. Yeah, that's made of wood. This totally looks like the kind of thing that you would walk across in a game, and then it would just explode right from under your feet. Alright, where are we going? Where are we going, lever? Okay. Seems pretty straightforward from here. I feel like the straightforward ones are always the harder ones, because then it more relies on the parkour system actually listening to your button presses. But I think I just made it past the door, so... And I assume that lever is just to open it. Is there somewhere up here? No. Sometimes a pile of bricks is just a pile of bricks, and it's not for you to climb on. It happens. Oh, it's a long one. We set sail that night, the ship filled with cargo to sell in the markets of Barcelona. At first, all was well. Then, to avoid a coming storm, we laid anchor. Yeah, laid. I thought the saying is laying anchor, or at least in past tense, but no, it does say laid anchor. In Otranto Harbor. Cloaked in darkness, the pirates came. I didn't see them until they were already boarding my ship. See, again, I want to make the Edward Kentway joke. Well, he doesn't exist yet. I hid with my family in the hold. Pulling out the codex, I ran the worn leather cover through my hands. Then I broke the spine. The pages slid silently into the floor. I scattered them into the chests, boxes, and containers I was carrying to the market. Is this the story of how the codex became, like, I want to say the jiggies of this game, but, you know, like however many codex pages there are in this game, like 24 or something, instead of just being, like, one book. Okay, where was I? I got distracted. The pages slid to the floor, scattered them in chest boxes, containers I was carrying to the market. The men who found... Oh, I can still move the camera. I was trying to scroll it. The men who found us were drunk. I could smell it on their breath. When they asked for the codex, I knew who had sent them. Holding back my rage, I said that I had thrown it overboard. They started to laugh. Two held me down, still grinning, while the rest cut off my wife's clothes. Oh, I don't like where this is going. She begged for mercy until her voice gave out. Once they were done, they threw her into the sea. They took my cargo and sunk my ship and left me adrift, clinging to a piece of railing. I made it to the beach with my son. My wife's body washed up on the shore next morning with the tide. Yeah, see, this is how you know the Templars suck. Because I always, like I said before, I always love when they can humanize the Templars, but so often you get these moments where they just abuse their power. That these pirates sent by the Templars do something horrible for no reason. Because you know if these were assassins who were like, hey, do you have the codex? And then the guys were like, no, I threw it overboard. Then the assassins would be like, oh, well, shoot. Guess we got to figure out how we can get it out of the sea. And then they'd leave. They wouldn't ruin a whole family. Because, like, oh, well, you got rid of the thing I wanted. Well, I don't know. Revenge on you or something. Maybe I should pull the lever before I start running. Maybe don't forget the lever. But I don't know. Maybe that's supposed to be the point. Is that maybe the writers of Assassin's Creed intentionally have these moments where Templars are just horrible people to make it easier to root for the assassins. Okay, that was on me. I missed a bar I was supposed to grab. Like it's got to be something that they're doing just to make sure you understand that the Templars are villains and that you're not supposed to root for them, even if both sides are technically striving for peace to their own ends. You know, assassins want peace by freedom, and Templars want peace by everyone following the rules all the time, no matter what. See, this is one of those moments where it's just the parkour system is just not listening. Sure. I'm sure there's also supposed to be some kind of point about, like, you know, absolute power corrupts absolutely. So with the Templars always chasing after power, they'll always be corrupt. Because they need power to have order, the order that they seek. They need to have power to force people to follow the rules, and then they think they're the ones who have to be making the rules to make sure that, you know, that people live in peace by following rules. But then that power goes to their head and then they get corrupted. But whatever. Something like that. I never saw the sea again. Making my way to Florence, I rented a small room and visited the bank. I had memorized Polo's account number. With the vast sum I now had at my disposal, I went to Venice in disguise to find my father. I returned to Florence the next day. Both Polo and my father were already dead. Oh, wait, now I can use the... Oh, wait. First of all, remember, like, I used the stick before and it didn't do anything. No, I was using the right stick to try to scroll it, which is this. And then I did up and down. It's like, oh, that works too. I was doing left and right. But up and down makes more sense because it's a stone tablet, not pages of a book. Anyway, so his father and Marco Polo are dead. From that moment forward, I collected treatises on architecture. Treatises? I'm not sure that's the word I think it is. I don't think that's treaties. Because there's another S in there. Treatises? If that's a word specific to something about architecture, then that would be why I don't know it. I studied the classics and took vocal lessons. I adopted the name Auditore, impersonating a noble at the Florentine court. Accepted as one of their own, I took on the trappings of nobility and constructed this villa for me and my son. Ah, so this is that Auditore, the guy who Mario says, like, my great-grandfather built this villa 200 years ago. Even though I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know, great, or however many greats descend in there, great-grandfather, great-great-grandfather. Doesn't seem like enough generations for 200 years, but what do I know? Okay, where was I? Built the villa, and then I hunted them. I raised my son to fight, to find the Codex, and to kill Templars. Together, we would regain the honor of my wife and avenge the death of my father. Two debts that could never be repaid. To the auditory that reads this, remember that you are not a nobleman. You are not one of the deceivers. You are one of the people. Avenge us. And that's the end. It's got another one of these fancy skull flip mechanisms. Okay, so let's see. There is 500 florins. 1,000 florins. 1,500 florins. 2,000 florins. Which is pretty typical for an assassin tomb. And that's it? I mean, I get that there's not going to be an emblem in here. Excuse me, because if this is truly bonus content, then it wouldn't make sense for there to be a assassin's seal in here. But like, money, that's it? Like, I didn't need bonus content to give me money. I have money. I've got buckets of ducats. But, okay. I at least have the memory synced. Also, speaking of memory, I just remembered I tried... Oh, and another 3,000 for beating it. So, 5,000 florins from bonus content. I guess that's fine. I still didn't need it. Yeah, I tried to redo that memory that I said was like, oh, I could just redo it to try to see if I could do it stealthily. You can't replay memories in this game. I did not remember that. No pun intended. And I'm way over here. Now, for some reason, that feels familiar. Going through a crypt and then ending up out here. Also, I have that much money in the chest. I should probably go get that. And I remembered another couple of things while off screen. or on the weekend, but between streams. One thing is, I did end up finding all the statues here in Monteriggioni, which is cool. I didn't do that last time. I found them all this time. I meant to say that last time, and I forgot. Because I did it that Thursday before the last stream. Did I forget to mute my TV this whole time? Hang on. Yeah, I forgot to... Okay. Hope there wasn't a weird echo. It should be fine. My microphone is set to focus mode, whatever it's called, where, it's not trying to pick up the whole room. It's just trying to pick up just what's in one direction of it. Directional mode, I guess, would be the name.
Don't be shy.
The other thing I remembered was that, so when I was talking about how Ezio's hidden blade is, or the hidden blade on his right arm is hidden under his sleeve, and how it like when the blade comes out, it pops out between the buttons on the cuff. I misremembered that. So what I remember, what I was actually excited about when I was wearing the costume and I was trying everything on, and I had the hidden blade pop out, was that it doesn't go through the cuff hole. It goes through, there's a hole on the glove. Here, let me... So, it's hard to show because, for one thing, camera, and two, I'm wearing a leather bracer over top of the glove. But basically the way it is Ezio's sleeve is tucked into his glove. Oh, look, feel it just fill up again. Didn't it just fill up? I mean, I have been live for 20 minutes, so maybe that's... Like, maybe it was, holding back the Florin chest notification while I was in the crypt. And that's why it happened shortly after I came out. But, so yeah, his sleeve is tucked into his glove. And the split at the end of the cuff, so not the buttons, but, past the buttons, the blade goes there, but then also as it comes past the glove, you might think like, oh, well, his sleeve is tucked into his glove, so where's the blade gonna come out? It comes out the glove. So it goes between the cuff split on the sleeve and then out a part on the glove. That is, like, there was a hole there specifically for the hidden blade to come out. Which, I mean, okay, I guess it's for the hidden blade to come out, but then also there's, like, a strap there to tighten the glove. Where are we going? I think we're supposed to go to Florence. Right, we're supposed to meet with Lorenzo. So then the next closest place would be Leonardo's workshop. But yeah, that was the thing. It was like, I put it on. It was like, oh, his hidden blade is under his sleeve. How does the blade come out? They thought of that. And I think if you zoom in on, like, official renders of Ezio with the hidden blade out, you can see that. But also, it's just so cool that the people who made that costume that I got from, that I bought from, well, that my sister bought from, that the people who made that costume thought of that. You think I would know these streets better and that I would be able to get to Lorenzo faster. It's okay, he's right up. He lives right up there. But yeah, if I take a sec to show you the map, like, you will notice that all you can see is economic markers. Let me turn those off. There's no chests, no missions, no nothing. So until this half of Florence unlocks, which I think is in the DLC, for the original game's DLC, not the bonus content that I just did, apparently, the Auditory Crypt. That's, I believe that's when this half of Florence opens up. Or maybe later, and it's just not that part of the DLC, but... Or that it's not part of the DLC, but... I'm pretty sure the, was it the Bonfire of the Vanities? I'm pretty sure that takes place down there in that part of Florence.
The Pazzi are dead. Every one of them.
I must admit, I've never before believed I could desire the death of others so badly.
Nor I.
Ezio, thank you for the role you've played in keeping this dream of mine alive a little longer.
L'onore è mio, signore.
What will you do now, figliolo?
There are still others I must hunt, signore. They are already digging their claws into the heart of Venezia.
No. La bella Venezia. Then that is where your journey must take you, Ezio. Before you leave us, I have something for you. A gift.
There it is. I always forget. This is the part
cape identifies you as
where
a
you get this
friend
cape.
of the Medici. As long as you wear it, the city guards will be more tolerant of your actions. But be warned, it will not grant you immunity from the law. Che la fortuna favorisca la tua lama.
The Medici cape. Go ahead, flip that over your arm. There we go. But since we're leaving Florence, it doesn't make sense to keep wearing it. So I'm gonna see if I can change. Hey, wait, what's this? Doesn't affect your current abilities, nor will it interfere with existing armor and weapon systems. Okay, well, let me make sure I'm not currently in a mission. Okay, I am, so I'll have to do that later. Do I also have to reload to change my cape? Oh, wait. No, okay. Good. Yeah, we're leaving for Venice now. It's not gonna make sense to keep that on. I shouldn't be jumping up there. It's a dead end. It's only gonna go up to the roofs, and I don't need to go up. Let's see if there's anything else I thought of over the weekend that might be important to. Oh yeah, I was saying about. I think Tuscany is the worst area in this game. Like, some of the assassination contracts were some of the more annoying ones to do. Or at least some of the ones I remember also getting stuck on, in addition to that one with all the brutes that was here in Florence. Because I remember there were, I think, 2 in Tuscany that's like, hey, kill all these soldiers. But it's like, if you get caught doing it, you have to start over. And that's not fun.
Leonardo!
Mi dispiace, messer, but he is gone. Maestro Leonardo was commissioned by a Venetian noble to paint some portraits. He paid for the maestro to move his entire workshop to Venezia. It's quite an opportunity.
Grazie mille, friend.
1,500 florins for being told Leonardo moved. And now I should be able to try on the Altair outfit. Man, for as many times as they let you reskin yourself as Altair, they sure don't want to remake Assassin's Creed 1! Or re-release it so I can play it on the Switch? But I guess I can put this on and then just pretend I'm playing an Assassin's Creed 1 remake. Like I do every time that this outfit's available. It's easier to do it with Mirage, because that one is in a similar setting. 'Cause Mirage is Baghdad. I'm trying to remember where Assassin's Creed 1 takes place. I know it's several different I don't know. I actually don't know if there's cities or entire countries. Because there's like Accra, there's that's the only one I can remember, because it's the one that's like, wait, how do you say it? Is it Acre? Is it Aceh? could almost swear he's also... Like, his run animation is the same as Altair's. But it could just be that Assassin's Creed 2 recycles animations, and I just never noticed. Because Ezio's cape makes his... You know, it covers his animations. Also, is he missing his finger like he should be? He is! I mean, I feel like it's easier to remove body parts from a character model than it is to add them. Like, you know, if they decided, like, oh, he's gonna have wings, then that's like a whole thing you have to animate. But if you remove a finger, it's just like, oh, well, it doesn't matter if it's animate if they're still animating the finger that he shouldn't have because it's invisible. So you know, it doesn't matter if it moves, you're not gonna see it. I keep getting sidetracked from this train of thought. Tuscany, having the worst missions. It's mostly due to the towers, I think. Like, it's just happenstance that it had some missions where it's like, oh, well, if you get caught killing these guys, you fail, and you have to start over from the beginning. And, you know, it's 5 guys, and if you get caught trying to kill the 5th guy, then you have to start all over and kill the first 4 guys again.
Leonardo!
Ezio? What luck!
I completely forgot about this sequence.
Never run into a bit of trouble.
Let me see if I can help.
I know how to fix it, but lack the means to do so. If you could just lift the wagon.
Why is it funny to me that this is Altair? that I'm wearing the Altair outfit for this.
What is this thing?
Eh?
It looks like a giant bat.
Oh, nothing. Just an idea I've been working on. I could not leave it behind.
What is it for?
Well, I shouldn't really talk about it. Al diavolo. I can't hold it in anymore. Ezio, I think I figured out how to make a man fly.
Come on, I'll drive.
But I haven't even told you where I'm going.
Oh, I already know. You're making your way to Venice. The thing I don't know is where that is. But this path is only one way, so I can assume it's
Such a
that way.
beautiful city. So many sources of inspiration. Ponte di Rialto, Piazza San Marco, l'Arsenale. What's wrong?
We're not alone.
What's happening? Who are they?
Rodrigo Borgia's men.
Why? What do they want with us?
I think they want us dead.
Leonardo, hide!
Why do they want Leonardo dead anyway? They would go on to take advantage of his engineering skills in Brotherhood. So why would they try to kill him here? I'm working on it. Smashing enemies into roadside objects. Okay. Well, then there's also the carriage health to worry about. But yeah, I don't like the missions that they give you in Tuscany, and I don't like climbing the towers. It's a huge pain in the butt. And, you know, not every tower is a viewpoint, but a couple of them that are not viewpoints have chests at the top of them. So if you're like me and you decide, you know what, I'm bored, I'm gonna go grab all the chests. Then you have to climb 2 more of those stinking towers. And then if you do all the assassination contracts, which is a lot more of a sane thing to do than getting all the treasure chests, because that's actual content, then there's at least 1 more tower you have to climb for one of those kill these 5 guys, and if you fail you start over from the beginning kinds of missions. Forgot about the exploding arrows, jeez. Another effect that I swear is visually worse in this version of the game than the PlayStation 3 version. Or PlayStation 3 release, I guess I should say. There we go. Smashed him against the wall. on. Ouch. Oh. I forgot that's the thing you could do. If you steer too sharp, you just fall over. And game over. I was holding down the run button this whole time. I don't need to. I'm automatically going as fast as I can. Oh man, it saved my health from when I hit the checkpoint, so I have as much health as I had hitting that checkpoint. But, hello? Controller? Gosh, I sure hope the Joy-Cons on the Switch 2 don't have that problem. Well, that's easy to say. Any kind of problem you have with a Joy-Con, you can just be like, man, I wish the Joy-Con 2, the Joy-Con on the Switch 2 won't do that. So Joy-Con slips out of your hand, like, man, I wish the Joy-Cons on the Joy-Con on the Switch 2 will not do that. So stupid how it slips out of my hand. They should fix that problem. They should fix my Butterfingers with the next Joy-Con iteration. Okay, I think I tilted a little too much. Smash that guy against that tree. Whoa, the camera! Whoa!
We're almost there.
Okay, don't run through the fire or flames. Controller, please! They both have the sync light. I don't know what do you want? What do you want? That I'm pressing L and R. Okay, that's one. There. They were both still connected as player one. I don't know why it suddenly decided, oh no, there's no controllers.
They are here for me, not you. I'll catch up with you later.
Okay, then never mind. They don't want to kill Leonardo. They never did. So I did all the training too, because you know I had the money. I might as well get the special training for like all the weapons that you have to pay for. The training that you have to pay for the special weapons, not the weapons that you have to pay for. So weapons you can't buy. You have to get them off of these guys. But one technique that they teach you, I think for free, I'm hoping to, is that if you hold the weapon button when you're disarmed, you pocket sand! Yeah! Sort of. So I would think the technique to do would be to be disarmed, throw some and I gotta stop calling it pocket sand because it's not coming from my pockets. And then get him with it. Okay. Do I have 2 hidden blades out right now? Or do I not? Because I'm Altair. Did they model a second blade for him? I can't tell. I don't think he does. I think he's only got the one. I'm sucking majorly at this fight. Let me pick off the weakest guy. Okay. I mean to get the guys in the hats, because I think those are guys who are not special at all. Alright, now there's you. This would be a great time to... Floor sand! Oh. It doesn't last that long, apparently. Yeah, there we go. Exactly what I was hoping to do. That was... So I had this idea before, and I hadn't gotten into combat yet to test it. So you hit them with the sand to stun them, and then while they're stunned, I assumed it was a similar effect to being hit with a smoke bomb. So I had the idea to hit them with the sand and then quickly switch to the hidden blades because there's no, Oop. I'm going the wrong way. Because there's no, like, you don't have to unsheath your hidden blades. They just come out. So it's quicker to switch to them than any other weapon. So I figured, hit them with the sand, and then switch to hidden blades and assassinate them. Because anyone who is stunned by a smoke bomb effect, you can instantly kill. So I assumed that that would apply to the dirt that you throw when you're disarmed, and then you could switch to the quickest weapon to pull out, and then that would allow you to instantly kill someone. And it did! All that rambling just to say, my theory worked. And I have additional missions to do now. It's a shame because, like, I don't know if I'm going to have enough time between this stream and next stream to do all the content I'm going to be unlocking now. Because it's not going to be another 2-day gap. It's just going to be the 1 day. Well, technically the weekend was a 3-day gap. Because I also had to wait through the rest of today to get to playing more. But you know what I mean. Yep, there's a chest there. Might as well get that while I can. Yeah, those are never worth it. Like, I feel I could swear, even getting every chest in an area, it does not total up to enough to be worth it. Like, you can say what you want about individual chests, being like, oh, well, you know, it's a small boost, but if you collect a few more of them, I don't think it's worth it to get them. I say, and then I'm totally going to keep getting them, but maybe not this time. You know, maybe I won't be bored enough to do it tomorrow. Was I supposed to have a horse? I think I was supposed to have a horse. I guess since I'm technically not on a mission now, I should switch back to being Ezio. Which should be by... Okay, oh, remove. There. I'm still out there. Nope, there we go. I'm Ezio. Yeah, I still just really want an Assassin's Creed 1 remake. That'd be great. I'd settle for an HD port on the Switch. I don't think one exists, but, you know, it'd be cool to be like, hey, we're re-releasing Assassin's Creed 1, and it's got HD visuals, and also here's the consoles it'll be on, and then it's like, it's on everything, including Switch 2. That'd be awesome. I'd love that. I'd buy it. Possibly, if I have the money at the time. I'd get it eventually if I don't. Assassin's Creed 1 deserves more credit. It's still great. It's just, you know, it's got first game syndrome. It's got some growing pains. Where the heck am I going? I swear I'm going the wrong way. No, I'm going the right way. I just need a horse. Yeah, like its climbing is clunky, but like really, if you can go back to Assassin's Creed 2, you can go back to the first game. Like, it's not that much of a difference, I think. You know, at least me having spent, like, it having been, like, a year since I last played Assassin's Creed 1. But it's worth it, I think. It's worth suffering through the growing pains to play that game and experience the story and get to see Altair's story. I said story twice, but it's good. You know, if they don't want to do a remaster and, like, polish its flaws, a re-release is still perfectly fine. Like, I don't know if it's a shorter game. I think it is a shorter game. I think I beat it in, like, 3 streams, whereas this is stream, what, 3, 4 of Assassin's Creed 2, and we're not even, like, halfway of the game. So I think it would be a case of where if they were to re-release Assassin's Creed 1 for, or, you know, even if they made it HD, it probably would be smarter to put it out at a lower price point than Assassin's Creed 2, for example. I forget how much I spent on this Ezio collection here. I don't remember if it was on sale at the time when I got it, but I mean, there was no but. I didn't have any way I was gonna follow that up. It's just like, yeah, you know, it should probably not cost as much as Ezio Trilogy,
Saved my life.
especially
What
because
has to be
Ezio
done?
Trilogy is 3
You would have
games.
done the same.
I doubt it. Bravery is not my strong suit. I owe you a debt, brother.
Which I am looking forward to seeing how the other games look on this collection,
That's our traghetto. Venezia waits.
because there is a pretty
What pass?
a pretty noticeable jump in graphical quality
Don't have a
between
pass.
2 and Brotherhood.
You cannot enter Venezia without a pass. Who invited you?
Nobody.
Basta! No pass, no entrance.
Don't worry, Leonardo. I'll come up with something.
Don't just stand there. I need help.
This part is kind of funny. It's just some woman, and I say that knowing who that is, but just from your perspective as a player, if you're playing this for the first time, there's just some woman trapped on some island for some reason, screaming for help. And it, like, okay, so maybe the way she's dressed prevents her. Oh, it's A in a row. Maybe the way she's dressed prevents her from swimming. Maybe she just doesn't want to get wet. But it's still funny. She's just over there where, like look at how close she is to another part of dry ground. Like, you could walk that. You wouldn't even have to swim.
The ladies must like you.
If you were okay with getting wet, you could walk that. But she's
I wasn't
just there,
looking to impress. Only to help
screaming
someone
for
in
help.
distress.
Which is exactly why you impress.
Oh, it took me off the boat
And
controls.
you are Messer...
Auditore, but please, call me Ezio.
I'm Caterina. Now, Ezio. We must find you suitable reward. Do you have any suggestions?
There is perhaps something you could help me with.
I'm all ears.
Like, I didn't even need to row her
Yes,
here. I could have just
Whatever
bridged
you
the
say,
gap
Signora.
between the 2 pieces of land with the boat.
He won't trouble you anymore. I took care of it.
Thank you, Caterina.
Perhaps we'll see each other again. Should you ever find yourself in the city of Forli, it would be my pleasure to welcome you.
I look forward to enjoying your hospitality.
Please accept my most humble apologies, Messere. Had I known.
It's quite all right, my friend.
And then I believe Leonardo is going to inform us who that was.
Careful, Ezio. Do you know who that was?
My next conquest.
I don't think so, Ezio. That's Caterina Sforza, daughter of the Duca di Milano. Her husband is...
Husband.
See, her husband is the Lord of Forli. That woman is as powerful
and there they go.
as she is young and beautiful.
Sempre come una donna per me.
Oh, render distances. Which I'm sure we're better on the PlayStation, but, you know, it's Switch. We love the Switch. We're excited for Switch 2. We forgive the Switch 1 shortcomings. Or at least I do. You don't have to, but I do. Yeah, it's just funny to me that she, the lady of Fordley,
Amazing's quite a strong
just
word.
standing there on some little island, barely any distance away from another piece of dry land. She's just shouting for help. How did no one come over and was like, "Hey, that's Lady Caterina. shouldn't we help her,
Degradation of
you know, get
cognition,
over
temporal
to dry
hallucinations,
land?
Multiple awareness issues, overlapping realities, you know.
So what you're saying is...
What
But
we're
you know, I
saying,
get it. They
Desmond,
just had
is
to
if
have
you're not
some kind of
careful, you may not need the animus to
predicament
visit
for
with your
her to be
ancestors,
in for
which wouldn't be a
Etsu to
bad
come
thing,
along
as
and
you
help
either
her and then get
controlled it
the
up
get a
until
pass
now,
to
though
Forley or
no one has.
to
Subject 16.
Venice.
We
Jeez,
have
I'll get it right
safeguards,
eventually.
Desmond.
Venice.
And they kept him in the Animus for way too long, sometimes days at a time. We're being careful with you.
I hope so.
Anyway,
You still haven't changed out of that bloody shirt.
Retention. See if you've picked up some of Ezio's abilities.
I'm game.
Great. Meet me downstairs when you're ready.
Can't run. There we go. Now I can run at full speed. Now they have to have different run animations. I swear, Desmond's run animation is dorkier than Ezio's. He runs like a Scooby-Doo character.
So what's the plan?
We're gonna see what you've managed to retain. Come on. Abstergo's out there, looking for us. They're better funded and better equipped, so it's only a matter of time before they find this place. We need to be ready for them when they do. I want you to activate the warehouse's defense system. I'll let you figure out how to reach the sensors.
Oh, come on. Not even a hint?
Open your eyes, Desmond.
Or just, you know, the camera will pan across all the things I gotta climb on to get there. I think they were playing two voice clips at once there with his grunting as he climbed. Actually, I might have climbed to the wrong boxes. I don't think I can jump across to anything there. Jump down. Jump down. Jump. Desmond. Excuse me. Oh, sure. Now you don't want to grab the boxes. You grab them when there's no point to grabbing them because you're like a foot away from the ground. But now when it's time to go up, you're like, oh, I can't possibly grab onto those. It would hurt my fingers. Is this not one of the sensors? Do I need to do them in order? We'll find it. Oh, I gotta do the red one first. Man, what is with my saliva right now? I swear it's like it's presenting itself all in the front of my mouth, which is just making my words sound sloppy. Instead of being in my throat, where the saliva is supposed to be to help me talk. Why are the shelves glowing blue? That's weird. Okay, button 2. And now we climb this stack of boxes one more time. Never mind it. Since oh wait, so okay, it's over there. One more time. Let me get up here. Oh, I forgot about this.
Lucy? I'm seeing things.
Do the hallucinations last longer than 30 seconds?
No.
Then it's nothing to be worried about. It'll pass.
Still not that one.
So, how am I doing?
You've picked up every single one of Ezio's skills. The adoption rate is fantastic. Another day or two and we'll be done.
Alright, you gotta tell me. Why Ezio? Why Italy? I mean, we could have just gone back to Altair again. Followed him during his early years.
It started with 16.
Ah, good old Subject 16. He repainted my room, you know. With his blood.
I'd been going
Where is
through
the
his
next sensor?
files. Vidic flagged a couple of his Animus sessions. A bunch of different ancestors, different dates and locations. Ancient Africa, the Middle East, But towards the end, he became obsessed
Is that
with
it over
Italy.
there?
I think he knew about the vault.
Uh-oh.
A
Okay, I'm
few
fine.
of the records of his later Animus sessions are missing. And the sessions that are there... After everything the Templars put him through, after everything I put him through, it's all scrambled. If we hadn't pushed 16 so hard, we'd have the answers already. And maybe he'd still be
horse.
alive.
So you're after the Codex and the Vault.
I knew you had an ancestor in Italy who was at the center of all of this.
Wait, but if I remember right, the Codex only shows you where the vault is. It's not necessary to open the vault.
Over here, Desmond.
Oh, okay, this was never a sensor to begin with. Well, never mind about popping over here for one last button press. Didn't realize I was done when the horse ran at me. See, look at that. He's climbing on the box sides now. But when I try to go up it, you know,
Desmond,
the thing that would
here.
make sense to grab onto the boxes for, he doesn't
All right,
want.
I think we're done for the
That's
day.
kind of dumb.
You should get some rest.
Lucy, what happened to 16 wasn't your fault. You were just as much a prisoner as I was.
Thanks. Good night, Desmond. I'm glad you're here.
Okay, off the bed. Then to walk in silence awkwardly. You should change your shirt. It's covered in blood. I don't know if you noticed. I don't know if you're like red-green colorblind or something. You just can't see blood. Which I guess that wouldn't be the case if you were colorblind, because you would still see the splotch. You just wouldn't be able to tell that it's red. You know, you'd probably think it was like grape juice or something, but it's blood. I completely forgot about this sequence. I think this is it masking the loading, too. I think this is a loading screen. I didn't even get to go to bed. I start hallucinating instead.
What the hell? What is this? Where am I? It's
Yeah, this really makes me think.
Altair. How the hell? Not even in the Animus. I must have passed out. Just having some kind of weird... That must be his
Oh,
target.
I interrupted dialogue. I probably did that before as well. Yeah, this really makes me think. If the Altair costume isn't in the original version of Assassin's Creed 2, even as DLC, it really could have been, because I forgot, like, oh yeah, there is a part where you play as Altair. They could have just easily allowed you to play as that model whenever. It's to give me an Assassin's Creed 1 remake. Assassin's Creed 1 is cool. Like, I get that, like, Assassin's Creed 2 introduces so many things that you just don't want to do without while playing. Like, not specifically quality of life things, like the different ways you can assassinate. You know, like I've said before, drop assassinate is absolutely something that you play Assassin's Creed 1 and go, man, I wish I could do that. And, like, all the additional tools Ezio gets are great. You know, the poison. Poison is awesome. Especially for those specific assassination contracts that task you with killing someone without being noticed. Because the poison is like a ticking clock. It's like a bomb. Which I feel like is redundant to explain about poison. That, yeah, it kills you slowly. Who would have thought? but it's true. It kills the target slowly, so you can hit them with the poison and then walk away. And no one is really sure what you just did to that person, so they don't think anything of it. You don't get caught for doing it. And then, you know, you can walk away. You can even go as far as to go into a hiding spot, and then the person will just die after a little while. And then they don't know it was you because you're long gone. It's really helpful. But when you look at the game from the perspective of, oh, that stuff didn't exist yet, so the game doesn't expect me to do that. Because, you know, I don't know if you know this about video games, but they're typically designed around the things you can do in them, rather than things you could do in the other games that you can't do in this game. So there's not like a moment where it's like, oh man, I'd be doing so great right now if only I had the poison from Assassin's Creed 2.
Whoa.
Like, no,
Wasn't expecting that.
you don't need it. It's not designed, it doesn't have any challenges that are designed with that in mind. So everything you can do, or everything that the game expects you to do, is in the game itself. So, you know, it's... But I get it, it's harder to go back to, because those the elements that this game introduces are fun.
Wait a second. Why aren't I following Altair? I'm stuck here with Maria? Oh shit. That must mean this is one weird dream.
You think that you think their child was the one who built the villa that I was reading the story about? Oh wait, it can't be, because he said his father died. Like his father and Marco Polo. So it wouldn't have been Altair, because well, we all know Altair never died. He lived forever.
Sorry to barge in on you like this, but it's getting late and we were... Hey, you
I like that
okay?
he looked at his hands to
all good.
confirm he's not
Weird
Altair
dreams,
anymore.
that's all.
All right.
He's
I'll let
he's
you get
counting
ready.
how many
See you in a
fingers
few.
he has.
Ah, good of you to join us.
Sorry. Long night.
What a professional approach.
Leave him alone.
Well, you'll forgive me if I want to get some actual work done. Madness, isn't it?
Sean, please, that's enough.
Glad to see you're still wearing the bloody shirt, Lucy. It's one sleep later and you're still wearing the shirt covered in blood. Great. It's also just kind of weird that Desmond was sleeping there and everyone else is already at their stations doing work. I'm sure Sean's been at whatever he's doing for probably a couple of hours now, judging by his attitude. So Desmond was just there sleeping the whole time while they were in here working, making noise. I mean, okay, I guess he's heavy enough sleeper to do that. Possibly, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, I will absolutely defend Assassin's Creed 1 as a game that you should, if you're going to play the whole series, you should start at Assassin's Creed 1. Not just from the perspective of, like, you know, you gotta see Altair as part of the story, or you gotta, you know the original game and then know how the other games improve upon it. Actually, I guess that's just it. You need that part of this. I think you need that part of the story. And it's fun to see how the other games improve upon the gameplay. And like the climbing, I think, is probably another one of those. Oops, I tapped that. Did not mean to tap that button. Oh, there we go.
Messer Da Vinci.
Because
Yes?
and I make the same mistake. That it's so easy to think of these games as like, oh, you can free run. That means you can just run along the rooftops however you want. But Assassin's Creed 1 is absolutely the game to teach you you're not really supposed to be climbing everywhere. You're not supposed to think of the world as your oyster like you're playing Saints Row 4, you know, with the superpowers and you can super jump everywhere and fly.
Our first stop, the Rialto Bridge.
Behold the elegance with
Like,
which
it's
it spans the Grand Canal.
the slower climbing.
Symbol of Venetian unity and pride.
I thought it was telling me to hold X to look at the thing he's pointing to. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't think that's the thing until Brotherhood.
San Giacomo
Or at the
di
very
Rialto,
least,
oldest
Revelations.
church in Venezia. Isn't she beautiful? And her clock tower, magnifico.
Surprised that's not a viewpoint.
Come, there's more to see.
Like the slower, clunkier climbing, like yeah, it's annoying, especially being used to other games. But it kind of teaches you, like, you should really only be doing this if you have a plan. If there is a reason you're climbing up to something.
There is.
You were told to stay
You know,
home.
I feel like that's very much in the original vision of the game. It's like, you're not supposed to be climbing everywhere. Climbing is a tool. It's something that you use to get past a gate if it's guarded by guards, but you know, it doesn't have rooftop guards or anything. So, you know, climbing over to get into something or up to something, or up, you know, past a potential obstacle, but you would want to climb down when you're done. You know, for one reason or another, I don't know.
Look, isn't it amazing?
Like, but you're not supposed to be climbing everywhere.
I left my money with my bags.
Because your objectives are typically on the ground, I think.
Mind your step, Corleone.
Oh yeah, seeing her again, it's like, oh right, I get that ability soon. I should play until I get to that point, because I would like to have that. See, that's one of those things that's more reasonable to play a game and be frustrated that you don't have. Because if the ability is in the game and you don't have it yet, that's reasonable to be like, man, I sure wish I had that right now.
Some of it violent.
What kind of resistance?
They say they're fighting for the people, for freedom or some such nonsense. Baggianate, if you ask me.
Yeah, some such nonsense. Nonsense, if you ask me.
They destroyed my stand. I demand compensation.
Here you are, then.
The Doge will know about this. I'll report you to the council.
Good luck with that, my friend.
What are you doing?
You're under arrest for disrupting commerce.
What? You just invented that. There's no such law.
There is
His
now.
eyebrows are moving.
No, stop!
It's like you could count the vertices on his eyebrows. Yeah, I feel like I've got more to say about like the slower climbing in Assassin's Creed 1, but I think I am talking in circles about it.
And now, I present to you your workshop, Ser Da Vinci. We spared no expense in its design. You'll see, it is perfect, as if you never
It's
left
got the same
Firenze.
porch as his
I
house
wish
in
you great success,
in
and
Florence.
hope you enjoy Venezia as much as she enjoys having you.
So, here we are. Exciting, isn't it? Care to come in?
It may be late.
Excuse me.
I need to visit the Palazzo della Seta. Try and gain an audience with Emilio.
As you wish. But should you find yourself with free time, or another codex page, don't hesitate to visit. My door is always open.
Grazie, my friend.
Di nulla.
I forgot about that QTE, but I'm glad I did not have my hand too far from my controller for that. You don't want to leave Leonardo hanging. Oh, there we go. Now he's got a door. And I can visit him. I've got enough codex pages to give him. Should give me another health square.
Ezio, so good to see you. How can I help you?
Ha! You found another one. How exciting.
I just have to substitute this letter and move this over there. I've got it.
Oh, okay. No health square. I thought they would only let me do that
I found this
when...
awesome place for you to explore and practice your skills. Santa Maria dei Frari. I've marked it on your map.
I thought they would only let me visit Leonardo when I can get a health square out of it, but okay. I'll leave the side content alone for now. We'll just go right back to the story. Don't run into that guy with the box. Oh. See, this is one of those moments where it's like, okay, well, what are my options? You might look at your tools for a way to kill them or distract them. Or, one of your other tools, climbing. And, you know, climb over them. And it made the guy drop his box. Great.
No, my lovely Agrumi. I won't hold my breath for an apology, but at
Don't
least have the grace to remove yourself from my sight.
I'm going, jeez.
Cannot leave this.
This guy's still shouting at me. He's like, you get out of here, you jerk, for making me drop my box. It's like, I'm going. I am gone. I don't know what you're so mad about. I mean, well, you're mad because I made you drop your box.
What's wrong with you? Stay away from me! What exactly? I don't care who you are or where you came. Take my back like this.
Okay, yeah. It's still kind of hard for me to walk around Venice on foot. But this is also absolutely a place that... This is another one of those places that playing through all of these games in a row taught me, like, oh, yeah, you're not supposed to be on the roofs all the time. So if I can figure out where the heck I'm going. I think I need to be on the other side of this building. But, you know, guards. And even if I got past the guards, like, more guards. I think it's a restricted area. And there's a codex page in there. Okay, looking around for my options. Like, obviously, I could just kill them. But I have more fun if I go around and I try to see what other way could I get rid of these guys. I believe the guards in red hats will be distracted by money, but most of them aren't that, so gotta figure something else out. I could smoke bomb and then kill them, but that's still, you know, that's still killing them, and I just said it's more fun for me to try to not kill them. I don't think these guys actually, like, they're not a distraction. They're fighting. They've got a sword icon. They fight. But if I want to avoid getting my own notoriety to go up,
Let them have it.
which is really the reason to avoid killing to begin with. I mean, you know, for one thing, to try to not kill someone unless necessary, like the Creed would tell me. Which is not necessary in a gameplay sense at all. But if we're putting a gameplay value on it, my notoriety will not go up if I have someone else kill the guards for me. I don't think my guys are winning. Oh, but they may be distracted enough that I can slip in and get the codex page without them getting mad at me. Yeah. Man, it really is 4 of them for a health square, isn't it? They really are just pieces of heart. But you know, that's one of those things that Zelda may have been the first to do. But like, it's a novel concept to collect a piece of, you know, collect X amount of a collectible, and then you get, oh well, if I had run over here, I would have found a non-lethal way to take care of the guards, distract them with thieves. But yeah, just a general concept of finding collectibles to increase your health with, like after you find enough of them. It's just a novel idea. It's just a good thing. It's a good way to give your collectibles value. Which the feathers sure could learn a thing or two about. Get out of the well. I wasn't telling you to go in the well. Do I want to go this way? See, this is one of those moments where it would help to have a map. But I don't want to spend screen time climbing
How best to get
towers.
inside? Scale the wall and... Oh, that's not good. I'll never make that jump. I need to find another way. I remember you.
We need to go.
You never did apologize for knocking me over.
Now!
Va bene, where to?
The water.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Get him! Come any closer and I'll cut you to pieces.
Oh, wait, I can't. There we go. My special technique. Blind him with dirt. So I was also reminded by the tutorials that this game has a combo system where if you keep pressing the button, like right as your attack lands, you do the next one. I think the reflex or deflect stat might have something to do with that, where it's like your weapon recovers faster after being deflected, or possibly after deflecting your enemy's attack.
What are you doing?
You know, as opposed to speed. I'm following, geez. Whereas speed would be, you know, for the speed you swing your weapon at, not necessarily your recovery speed. And for some reason, it's Venice in particular that always reminds me of when I was playing this on my laptop. Because I just remember that one time. Actually, I'm not even sure if... Because it always reminds me of that one time where the internet went out and I just spent the whole day playing Assassin's Creed 2. And then we had a wait, where'd Rose go? Over there. And then we had a pizza for dinner. A frozen pizza.
I'd be better off on my own.
But actually, I associate that memory with the one Assassin's Tomb where you're in the stairwell. Oops, I think I hit Rosa. Or not a stairwell, but well, I guess it's a ruined stairwell. You know, the round room that's tall, and you pull that lever to open up the spot to jump into the hay. Which I would have played that day, because I believe I started the game from the beginning. And then I guess I just played enough from playing all day that I made it to Venice. Ow, hey. That's 2 times you've knocked me over.
Goddamn archers. Fear not.
Let's see how well knife does. Well, aside from surprise attacks.
What are you doing? Hurry up.
Okay, just... The guy who was scripted to ambush us is running away because I killed the brute, I guess.
They're getting closer.
Okay, we're slowing down. The thieves have joined us.
Ah, Cristo, my leg.
Never did catch your name.
Rosa.
Onorato, Rosa. I'm Ezio.
No.
What do you mean I know?
Can't stop. Can't stop the fight. Got a web in my arms.
Get away!
Ouch. Okay, time for you to die. Okay, this is the part where I'm feeling speed. By doing this move, where I just keep hitting them until they die, that feels fast. That feels faster than when I was using my scimitar, which I don't remember what its speed stat is.
Ezio, what are you doing? Come here.
Not that. Pick up the person. You already have a sword. You don't have a person.
Got to get out of here, Skid. Madness. I'm only visiting. I don't know what's going on.
Come, don't be shy.
Hugo.
What's this?
Rosa's been wounded.
Pass her here. We'll go the rest of the way in the boat.
Careful. Go! I'll deal with the guards.
So now I just need to figure out what deflect does. Because speed is apparently good for getting rid of like regular guards, or there's also a specific enemy type, I forget what it's called, that is like the strategy to dealing with them is to just keep hitting them until they die, pretty much. Is to like their defenses are weak, so you just gotta wear them down. Down. It says like I'm on the roof. I want to say it's the agile guards, who like their thing is that they're always dodging your attack, so you have to wear down their dodge stamina.
They're all over the rooftops. Do something quickly.
Up, get up. What a smart guard. He's hanging on this edge. Well, he's too fast for me. I can't keep up with him. And then he jumps into the water and dies. Or I could have just kicked him in the water too. But see, the annoying thing about this game that I don't think they fix until Brotherhood is that you can't customize your hotkeys. No, don't kill the innocent!
They're shooting at us.
Yeah, so if I really do just want to, if I decide that I'm primarily fighting with my dagger, I have to manually switch to it every time. I can't just hit the button.
They're still shooting
wait.
at us.
So I got thrown off the rhythm. I don't know the path that they want me to take now, because I fell that one time.
There he is. Not on my watch.
Oh, cool, I can reach it. Oh, come on, Ezio.
Can't see him anymore. There.
Come on!
Get him away. Ha-ha. Now you die.
Now you drop! And then he drowned. He was the one to die. Yeah, I'm trying to think back to that time I played this on my laptop. I think I did just play like up to Carnivale on that same day. And then the reason I never finished that playthrough was because the internet came back. And then I just got distracted playing other things. Ooh, a feather. Are you going under? Is that a path? I don't think that's a path. Where you going? You're going. I think. Are they waiting for me? Why did it leave me up here? I don't think that dead guy's supposed to be there.
He's dead,
Nope, never mind, he
idiota.
is.
Say a prayer later.
Porco
I
demonio.
need to see. I need to see Antonio. Ah!
Be careful. Let me do it. Go and find Antonio.
Ugo, do what he says.
Quell'ultimo arrivato dagli ordini.
Technically, you're not taking orders from me. You're taking an order from her
Hey,
to take an order from
wake
me.
up.
Semantics.
We need help.
Where's Antonio? Make yourselves useful. Clear a space for her. Put her down there.
I think he was supposed to take the cloth off the wall and put it over the table, and he didn't.
They've sent for help.
Thank you.
Rosa, what's happened?
Just get this out of me.
Soon. Let's have a look first. Clean entry and exit through the thigh. That's good.
Get it out.
Rosa, we must take care not...
Now!
Come vuoi. Tenetela. I'm sorry, Piccola.
Sorry! Ficcatelo nel culo, you're sorry!
Go fetch Bianca and be quick. Help me with this.
How?
Take a clean piece of linen. When I remove my hand, press the cloth into her wound. Are you ready? Now! Bend faster. You work well under pressure. She's spirited, this one.
Porca puttana!
Avanti! Get Rosa inside so that Bianca can close the wound. You'll be all right. The worst is past.
Ti venissi il cancero, brutto bastardo! A te che la grandissima
Yeah, see, there's a
gioia
cloth
di
on the table
trovarmi.
now. Or a pad, I guess. And I think
Rosa is
the
most
camera just clipped through
I
Rosa.
have lost her.
I've always had a soft spot for women in distress.
So I've heard. Don't look so surprised. We know all about you, Ser Ezio. Your work in Florence and the rest of Tuscany. Good work, too. If a little unrefined.
Then you know why I'm in Venezia.
I'm still learning. Give me a break.
When you have a minute, come see me in my office. There's something we should discuss.
Speaking of me and break, I'm going on break. You know, looking at that intermission screen, I wonder how difficult it would be to capture a screenshot with, like, everything perfectly happening at once. You know, like the guy falling over, like being in, being in an in-between frame where he's, like, blurred because he's falling over. John Flansburgh pressing the button to make all the dogs appear and having all the dogs appear at once.
Somehow. I don't know. Have you considered adding sugar, maybe? Or latte?
I suppose it's something of an acquired taste. Enough about that. Now, where were we?
You know, like, I wonder if how difficult it would be to capture a screenshot of that intermission screen where everything, like every GIF is at its, like, climax.
No doubt Emilio will use this pause to strengthen his defenses and continue his oppression of the district. You may not share our motive, but I know you share our goal.
Why not gather your forces and try again?
To act in haste would only bring more losses. No, we must resupply and draw new plans.
Can you afford to sit around and wait?
Nor would I want you to. Work with us instead. Already my men begin to mend today's wounds. Seek them out. They'll put you to work. The sooner you aid them, the sooner we can strike.
Molto bene, messere. I accept.
It is the right decision.
I like how I got money for that. Like, I just watched a cutscene. I don't deserve money for that. Alright, teach me how to do the jump.
Salute, Rosa. You seem to be healing well.
How are you finding Venezia?
It has its charms. But how do you deal with the smell? Que schifo.
So? What brings you to me?
I was hoping you could help me with something.
And that would be?
I want to learn to climb the way you do.
Oh. Va bene, I can do that. Well, I can't, but Franco can. Franco!
Hey, why does it seem like Rosa has, like, the highest quality, like, biggest improvement to character models in the whole game?
Position. Then jump to the ledge above you. As you reach it, grab it with your hand and pull yourself up. There. See how it works?
I think so.
Only one way to find out. Try for yourself.
Monkey see, monkey do. I forgot that's what this is called. I think it's funny, like, I'm pretty sure you could jump like this before, but you can't grab the ledge until this point in the game.
Grab the ledge at the height of your jump.
I was trying to move to the side.
So? How did I do?
I've seen better.
Ah, you wound me with your cruel, cruel words.
All right, Smargiasso. Let's put your skills to the test.
I'm all ears.
Meet me in front of the Frari.
And now I have that ability. I better go meet her in front of the Ferrari. Which is, where? Oh, okay. It made the jingle noise. It was like, did I get money in the chest? Yes. It just took a while to update. Also, when I bought all the weapons, it was like, new weapon acquired at the villa. New weapon acquired at the villa. New weapon acquired at the villa. Like, it had to give me a notification for every weapon I bought. Which is hilarious. Me earlier going on that whole ramble about like, oh, you're not supposed to be on the roofs all the time. Climbing is a tool. And what am I doing? I'm climbing on the roofs. There's a feather. And in the water. Okay. Is our Templar hideout right there? Can I climb up? You can climb up there? I guess there's not really anywhere to run here anyway. I should really get rid of my notoriety. Excuse me. Just as soon as I loot this boat. So recently, I finally got around to watching season 3 of Mob Psycho. Which, if you didn't know, if I haven't mentioned it recently, that's like my favorite anime. And I'm not really an anime guy, so that really means something, I think. Really shows how good Mob Psycho is that I like it that much. I swear, I've had that tab open to watch it for like a month. And like, I've only just like, these past couple of days, finally got around to actually watching it. And it was great. Still definitely my favorite anime. I'm not really sure if I have much I can say about it, because, you know, I don't really watch a lot of anime, so I can't really talk about, like, its particular quality, like, compared to anything else. Like, what it does differently, what it does better or worse than anything else. I don't know, I just really like it. Ah, shoot, turned around now. Which way was I going? This way, I think, because there's 2 markers. Oh, I remember. She wants me to be, like, over there. Because she wants me to climb that. Because that's the viewpoint. I remember last time I played, I was getting all the viewpoints. And, like, this was, like, the one I couldn't get. It's like, I don't know how to get up here. Yeah, you have to come back with the climbing power. And I think when I got the climbing power and then I came back and I climbed it, and then I had to climb it again for this mission. Why am I not allowed up here, but that guy can just stand there staring at where I'm hiding the whole time?
A clever choice.
Slip away before they notice me again. Okay. And there's Rosa.
Climbing a bit of scaffolding is all well and good. But let's see how you do out in the open.
On top of that tower, then? Torno fra un attimo.
I don't think that voice line was finished. It wasn't. Oh, there was that last half a second of the voice line. But yeah, for me, like, I don't really like anime because, like, I don't really like the tropes. Oh, I can't reach that. Okay. And I definitely don't like the typical anime pacing. It's just too slow for me. That tower? But yeah, Mob Psycho doesn't have those problems for me. So I really like it. There we go. And having rewatched the first 2 seasons, getting ready to watch the 3rd season, I'm noticing, like, ways, like, oh, it's that character again. Oh, that's cool. That they, you know, remembered that. So, like, I think just as generally, as a story that is told, regardless of the medium, Mob Psycho is it's just good. It's just a well-told story. And especially now that there's season 3, that wraps up plot points that I wasn't even thinking about them not being finished. You know, the series could have ended at season 2, and I would not have been like, man, I wish that question got resolved.
Finish your other tasks. We're almost there.
But now that there is a season 3, it's like, oh, they took advantage of plot threads that I forgot were left lingering, and like, yeah, now everything is, you know, as far as I know, all the plot threads have been resolved. There's nothing left lingering, and that's cool. You have no armor in yet? Do you have the full set of metal armor yet? Yeah. I'm buying it even if I don't know, even if I can't afford all of it. Oh yeah, I easily afforded all of it. Cool. New weapons. I'll buy them later, because you automatically equip them when you buy them, and then you have to go back to the villa to change them. So I'll just buy them in Monteriggioni. Except for this, because it's got the maxed out deflect stat and lower speed. So I want to see if speed was really what was making me swing the knife I've been using so quickly, or if it's possibly deflect and I'll swing faster now, or if it's just the animation speed of attacking with a knife. I guess that would be something where I should take advantage of the training grounds in Monteriggioni to be able to, you know, have a fight whenever I need it, and not just pick a fight with random guards for no reason other than weapon testing. Wow, that added a lot of value to Monteriggioni. Although I guess that's including the armor. I completely forgot that buying weapons and armor also improves the villa's value. Or Monteriggioni's value. Oh, come on. Ah, there we go. You're the next quest. I mean, not necessarily because that's what the order dictates, but because I am deciding I am talking to you now. So your quest is next.
Ben trovato, Ugo. What's the trouble?
You and Rosa managed to escape from Seta, but the others were not so lucky. Emilio's captured them, and now they await execution.
Do you know where they're being held?
I know they're still in the district, but beyond that, no. You'll have to look for them.
I'll have your brothers back here in no time.
I was trying to see if maybe there was a timer going on right now, because I've remembered this having a timer, but I misremembered. Okay, don't jump off there. I think Venice is also a good place to remember the difference between holding B when you run and not holding B, so that you don't, you know, you let go of B so you don't just jump off whatever roof you end up at.
Listen to them squeal.
Pathetic. It's no wonder their master hides.
Would they notice me coming? I think they will. Okay, well, I don't think I'm getting around this. Oh well. I wanted to try to do this more stealthily, but yeah, I don't think there really is a stealth way to do this, unless... Well, okay, I could have thrown a smoke bomb. Hindsight. But I get to test my butcher's knife now. No, I think the other knife was faster. Hey! Hey! And so I guess deflect. Okay, well, this knife is good enough that I could kill that guy without disarming him. So that feels like a good sign. I think deflect is how quickly you recover after blocking. So there, I finally solved the mystery of stats in Assassin's Creed 2. I feel like I should make a YouTube video about it and call it exactly that. That sounds attention-grabbing. Solving the secrets of Assassin's Creed's stats.
Andiamo.
Hang on, let me get that poster. Poster! Don't climb away. Get the poster. And now we go to the... no, now we go back to Ugo. Get out of the well. Am I on the correct side of the ladder? Okay, good. I never did finish my train of thought about... I was saying it was funny that Ezio has to learn the jump move. Because I'm pretty sure you start the game being able to jump upwards. You just can't grab the ledge until you're told about it. So it's just funny to me that he's trying to figure out how to climb higher. It's like, well, I already know I can jump, but then what? I can jump straight upwards, but that doesn't get me anywhere. And then he has to come to Venice and be taught by these people, oh, I can grab the ledge after I jump. Also, those guys are... I had to lead them over here, but now they've disbanded and they've run off into all sorts of different directions. So what did we even need to come over here for? So we did not get that guy mad at me. Another thing that's good to know from having played the other games, or having learned from the other games. You can run, and it's still stealth. Like, this game does not have a noise mechanic, except for when you get the gun later. It's like, you can run up behind people, and they don't notice you're coming. Which I don't think I ever really realized that until it became a stat. Until reducing the amount of noise you make when running became a thing in Unity. Okay. So, I'm noticing my options. I messed up. If I can get away from this guy without him raising a fuss at me. Can you still see me? Okay, there's those people too. So what I want to do, what I would like to pull off here, is come over here. And then ideally wait for those guys to... Okay, they're distracting them on their own. Well, okay, oh. Hey, wait a minute, is that an assassin? Oh no, okay, never mind, he's standing in a crowd. You ladies can go ahead and distract them. It's not letting me do the option.
Emilio says he seeks unity, but all he really wants is control. Your crimes cannot continue. The people won't allow it.
Oh, they're following me. It's not because I had the ladies. I think I broke something. Their suspicion is not raising, but they're still trying to investigate. Not quite my plan, but, new plan. You know, rolling with the punches here. Let's see if this will work. Okay, that part is working.
Let's go.
Okay.
Stay close.
Well, I got halfway there. I'll call that a win. I'll call that a strategic win. Certainly more strategic than I played the last rescue there. Oh, I thought there was a wire. They're having trouble keeping up. It's fine. I feel like I should go back to my train of thought on anime. It's one of those things that I know I I know I've talked about in some stream or video or whatever somewhere. So on the off chance that there's someone watching who is seeing all of my stuff, it's like, I'm just going to be repeating myself for them. But at the same time, I'm bringing it up. Shouldn't I follow through on the entire train of thought? You know, for the people, for anyone watching who hasn't heard all of my thoughts on anime before.
Qui, let's do it.
Okay, and then they, yeah. I don't need to wait for the other guys to catch up. I could just bring one guy over to the marker and... Which I guess that's what the objective meant. It didn't mean I only need one of them to remain alive. It means I only need one of them to arrive at the destination, which technically does mean I only need one of them to live. But if all 4 of them are alive, only one of them needs to reach the marker. And then it'll continue and disband them, and then everyone's on their merry way.
You are not allowed up here. Down or I shoot. Why are you here? Get down.
These guys are so mad about me being on the roof. Excuse me. See, look, I can run up behind this guy. Okay, well, he turned around because he was already going to turn around. But trust me when I say they don't turn around unless they are just patrolling that way. Yeah, like I said, I just generally... I tend to not like anime. It's just easier to say I don't like anime than to be like, oh, well, you know, I don't like the pacing or the tropes, and I like some anime. It's just easier to just say I don't like anime. You know, blanket statement. I do like some anime. I just don't like every anime. You know, I feel like saying, yeah, I watch anime sometimes. That opens the window to for people to be like, oh man, have you seen this anime? Are you gonna watch that anime? You should watch that anime. Ooh, watch this one. This one's my favorite. It's like I don't want to watch all the anime. I want to watch the ones that catch my interest, and that's it. Like I don't need recommendations, honestly. Which, you know, is kind of stifling my thoughts on Mob Psycho, because it's like, you know, I don't want to be sitting here and be like, oh, you should totally go watch Mob Psycho. It's so good. It's like, you know, what if you're the same way? What if you also don't care about recommendations? Me sitting here and saying, like, you should go watch Mob Psycho, that doesn't tell you why it's good. Okay, assessing the situation here. Okay, there's only the 2. And that one guy is probably going to come by the hay eventually, or he'll just leave. One of the 2. Let's see which one. He's leaving. Bye.
Are you hiding here, my friend?
Get him, get him. There we go. Now that's a 100% stealth win. Well, okay, I'm jumping the gun on that. 50% is getting the guys out. 100% is leaving. So as long as that other guy doesn't come back while we're leaving, then that's an 100% stealth win on this. Not that the game is tracking, but I'm tracking because I want to feel better. I want to feel like I've gotten better at these games, which I think I have. Yeah, like I feel like if I say like, yeah, I like watching anime sometimes, then it begs the question of like, well, why haven't you watched this one? Why haven't you watched this one yet? This one's good, you know, everybody loves this one. Why haven't you watched this one? It's like, because it didn't catch my interest. That's why. You know, like I know everyone really likes. Well, okay, there's a lot of anime people really like. You know, there's like the, you know, seasonal anime everybody loves. Like a new one comes along and it's like that's the big thing on the internet for a while, and then another one comes along and then that's the big thing. You know, I see a lot of people cosplaying like My Hero Academia characters at conventions, and it makes me wish I liked that show. And one of the thieves fell and died. It happens. But yeah, I tried it when Toonami was airing it before JoJo, and I didn't really like it.
I aim to please.
I'll let Antonio know about our progress. Come find me later. I've got another job for you.
What sort of job?
Meet me near the docks, and I'll explain.
Molto bene.
Okay, why was there prolonged eye contact? Yeah, and there's also that, whatever it was called, My Dress Up Darling. That was seasonal. You know, that was the hot anime for a time. It's like that's one I'm definitely not interested in watching. Like, what is this, slice of life about some girl who likes fashion? What am I gonna get out of that? And I'm sure, like, you know, reasonable anime fans aren't gonna poke and prod someone who doesn't like insert anime here. Like, I'm sure most people who are into anime understand, like, you know, anime is not a genre, it's a medium. Oops, I did not mean to press the target button. You know, anime is a medium. It's more or less an art style, which also has its own, you know, variations. That poster respawned up there. I like how this is not a restricted zone anymore. But, you know, if I say I like JoJo, that, you know, someone's not going to be like, well, have you watched My Dress Up Darling yet? Like, that's not how that works. They're not the same thing. But, you know, it just feels easier just generally say, like, I don't like anime, and then I don't have to get the recommendations thrown at me. Because, you know, there are the people who don't understand, like, just because I like JoJo doesn't mean I'm gonna like My Hero
Rescuing
Academia.
my brothers was more than just an act of charity, Ezio. The men you freed will play a vital role in the weeks to come. Just ask for their help, and they'll join you.
And once I have my little band of thieves,
Send them towards a group of guards, and they'll create a distraction.
opening the way for me.
Exactly.
Saves me from having to bloody my sword. I like it.
Exactly. Now I'll tell you what to do with them. Antonio's plan calls for a bit of deception. We're to imitate his archers, which means we'll need the armor that they wear. A shipment of the stuff has just been loaded into chests and now awaits delivery to Seta. Loot the chests and retrieve the outfits. When that's finished, I'll need you to fetch me a boat as well and bring it back here. We'll use it to move our men into the Palazzo undetected.
Consider it done.
Right. Loot 3 chests. I remember this one. Let me look up... I was going to say my map. For as much map as I have, right? Oh, right. I did do the one viewpoint. So I have some map. And actually, the map that I need... Here's me joking about the fact that I haven't done the towers yet. And then I actually do have some map filled in. And the joke is completely invalidated by the fact that it is the only bit of map I need. Okay, so I should be able to get right behind the guards from here. Because I believe all these chests are guarded. But only from the one direction, because they're goobers. You don't think about someone coming from this way. I had another train of thought and I lost it. Oh yeah, it's like... I don't know, I feel like I'm just picky when it comes to story-driven stuff. Because it's like, you know, why would I like the characters from Mob Psycho so much? You know, enough to be like, oh man, I really like that show. And then, you know, look at an anime that probably also puts the same amount of work into its characters and just be like, I don't know, I don't really like any of the characters here. I didn't really care for anything that was going on. And I'm the same way with game stories too. Like, get down. Okay. I don't know. I can't think of any examples of, like, you know, like there are some RPG like Xenoblade. I really like Xenoblade. I really like Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 3. Why 2 doesn't click with me as much? I have no idea. Apparently, I did have an example. In fact, I feel like Xenoblade's a very great example because it's in the same series. And then, you know, I really like 1. I really like 3. I don't like 2, and I could not tell you why. I can't tell you why its story and characters didn't land with me as well as the first 1 or 3. Okay, I have bitten off quite a lot here to chew, combat-wise. Okay, we're all just gonna stand around waiting for the next guy to move. Fine, I'll move. Ow, okay. Counter you, how about that? Are we just gonna go back and forth countering each other? Also, you can grab people and instantly kill them that way. But they don't always let you grab them, so it's kind of a toss-up. Yeah, see, he didn't let me grab him. So, I don't know, for me it feels like a total coin flip whether or not like a developed character ends up landing for me, and like whether or not it lands or just feels shallow. I don't think it's an actual quality problem. I don't think Xenoblade 2 actually has worse characters than the other games. I think it's just the particular details they have given to those characters is just like, I don't care. And I don't mean all the characters. Like, I do like some of them. But just not as much as I like the characters from the other games. I should absolutely come over here and get my notoriety lowered by the Herald. Get mad at me? I'm on a stage. What do you mean? You can't be up there. Ow. Jeez. Okay, I was hoping taking that corner would have broken line of sight. Okay. Not technically a hiding spot, but it'll do for a moment. Because, like, I swear, like, there are some characters where, like, you know, they're like, kind of annoying at first, but then, like, they start to grow on you, and, you know, they start to unveil the details of their backstory, and it's like, oh, well, now I feel kind of bad for them. And it's like a total coin flip whether whether their sad backstory actually lands for me, or whether or not I'm just like, yeah, well, that's just an annoying character with a sad backstory. I don't have to like them just because they have a sad backstory. You know, having a sad backstory to justify their actions doesn't automatically mean they're a good character. It's like, I don't get it. I don't know why my brain works like that. Oh, you know what I can do? So I can avoid more combat and just have the thieves distract them. Or more like lure them. The courtesans distract. The thieves lure them away from the location completely. But I guess that's why I would gravitate, you know, in terms of anime, I gravitate more towards ones that are funny or enjoyable moment to moment, like JoJo, where, you know, there are moments that are funny, and then there are moments that are just, it's just fun, interesting action. And I don't have to necessarily like all the characters or, you know, cry when they reveal their backstories. Okay, how can I get where I'm going without going through this restricted zone? I don't know, maybe there is something to do with, like, character arcs. You know, you just because you give a character a sad backstory doesn't mean they're a good character. You know, they also need to, you need to show, like, how that backstory changed them, and then also in the present of the story, like, how the unfolding story is going to change them. Really? Splash. I guess I had to go through this way. I have to get rid of these guys. Stop telling me to get down. I'm on the ground level. Excuse me. Because, like I'm thinking of the one character from Mob Psycho. I believe his name was Teriki. Teriki Hanazawa, I think. If I have that right. You know, he starts off arrogant. Like, completely self-centered and arrogant. But then, you know, a fight happens and he gets humbled. And then he's a pretty likable, cool dude. You know, once he gets humbled. Ezio, please. And I think that's why I would like him more than, like, some other character who's also, like, an arrogant jerk, but then, like, oh, surprise, he has a tragic backstory or something. Am I not supposed to grab the... Oh, wait, take the boat. Right. I need to steal one of their boats. That's what I'm doing. You know, it's the fact that Teruki improves as a person as a result of the story that makes him likable. Not that I have any character I could contrast against that. Like, he just came to mind because it's like, yeah, he's a character I like because he's handled well. You know, he's a perfect example of the story's themes.
I'll let Antonio know you finished the job.
Which makes sense because he's like the first antagonist, the first enemy the protagonist fights. And then he becomes a really strong, you know, in typical shonen fashion, a defeated enemy becomes a strong ally. But it makes sense because he gets humbled by his loss, and then he's like, oh, actually, the world doesn't revolve around me. And he becomes a better person, and because he became a better person, that he helps pretty much also teach other people, like, hey, the world doesn't revolve around you. So he, you know, like I said, he really exemplifies the themes of the show. And I'm just going to get this viewpoint while I try to wrap this train of thought up, because I think I'm going to end here. Maybe that's another thing. Maybe it's, you know, the story having a through line, a theme. Like maybe that's another thing, you know, another spice in the soup that makes it have flavor. If that analogy makes any sense. You know, one ingredient that they use to make a... I was gonna say make a tasty show. I don't think that helps the analogy, just because I use the word tasty. But I'm not... I don't know, because I don't know... You know, just because I didn't like a show doesn't mean it doesn't have a thesis, a main idea that they're playing with all the time. I don't know. I'm not sure I know how to continue this train of thought, so I think I'll just end here. Anime is fine. I just don't enjoy all of it. So it's easier for me to say I don't like anime. But, I should try watching more of it, really. I've been meaning to watch Cowboy Bebop. That one has... That's one I had recommended to me that does sound interesting. So maybe I'll watch that next. I don't know. But anyway, thanks for watching me. We're back with more Assassin's Creed 2 on Wednesday. Bye.